There's just too much chaos going on. I can't really hear it.
Where do the nanoed in like non-sentient objects stop? Can we nano torp turrets? Can we nano teleporters to make them survive longer? Nano symmetra turrets?
Nano symmetric turrets would be pretty
Nano
funny.
translocator?
Translocator? What would that even do? Make it have like 15 HP instead of 5?
You know, it'd be really cool if you got like store a nano on a translocator so that when Sombra uses it, she gets
nanoed instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. You obviously go up to EMP
Jeff,
and then
call me.
Bam.
I got ideas.
You got ideas. They may be terrible, and you're going to say no, but I've got ideas.
Call me.
Well, Angry Titans are going to roll out the gate potentially with triple DPS. Might have got a wish, Harry. Only God, it's actually on the Ash.
Actually, yeah, we do love a little bit of Ash. Winstrike are going to be running with the triple support once again, and Kenzie's going to be playing on the D.Va this time. And one of the things that we said about Winstrike is that they don't really have a mainstay D.Va player. Kenzie's going to be filling that role today, but how will his D.Va be?
This is actually triple support as well. Brig obviously is a support, bit of a tank, bit of a DPS too, Harry, but Unfix is actually on the Ana instead. So that is a whole bunch of healing, a lot of high ground control as well. Unfix, Eng's going to be able to protect Unfix and main from these dives that could come through from AT. They have switched on to Brigitte, 3-3 themselves, however. No Ana to be found, unfortunately, but that bio grenade just so impactful, especially when you can get down long range, stops the healing from Brig, Bloody, and AFOX.
Angry Titans want to try and force a fight on the point here so they can really leverage the DPS that Lolsish can bring. He's been afflicted with a Discord orb, now it's moving over on trailer, though AFOX caught out in the back.
He left completely alone. The rest of Angry Titans just left AFOX. Might be for good measure, though, as Chow and Sharek end up going down. Sharek obviously on the Winston, not on the Reinhardt either, so as soon as you use that mobility jump, there's not really much else he can do. Only got perfect tracking on Eng as well and finished him off with a Plasma Mortar. 2 minutes and 45 seconds as they do end up capping first point. Someone is sleeping, not entirely sure who it is. It is the Reinhardt, so she is going to get back up eventually. Winstrike did earn themselves one ult in that fight, but are going to be switching up here to the Mei Goat, so they're going to sacrifice a couple of ults here.
Yeah, and Mei is incredibly effective on Hanamura B because of the choke point nature of the entirety of second point. Looks like they are actually going to be attempting to do a quick flank around. No choke point to be locked down here unless they try and rotate on the side of Winstrike to maybe catch out Angry Titans. That's exactly what they've done. It will be Lolsish caught out.
Oh, nice techers though. Only God actually boost himself up over using the height of the staircase. A Transcendence from Winstrike, which was earned onto the first point, but Angry Titans throwing in that grab. Problem is they got to deal with Kenzie, who wasn't actually caught in it, so no additional damage was thrown out the grab as Kenzie was able to freeze up the Zaya.
Did you say Angry Titans?
Angry Titans.
Eng is a traitor.
If he ever does go into Angry Titans, that is exactly what I'll be calling.
I'm really surprised that Kenzie didn't actually use his primary fire to freeze up Bloody and have a bit of a stagger, because Angry Titans, they've got a pretty powerful time bank that you've got to deal with. Oh. Or they're going to stagger Elevator instead.
Yeah, I was going to say. They're just booping him away at this point.
He's only got like 1 HP. End him, dude.
Oh, there
it is.
Chow with a melee. But Angry Titans now, you can see Elevote dying, does have the self-destruct. They've got the Shatter. They've got 2 support ultimates as well. They are running into Winstrike's ult bank, though. They only just changed Harry, and they still managed to acquire a Shatter and a grab.
Yeah, there's so much healing and so much HP on the side of Angry Titans. When you do win a fight, you do gain so much ultimate charge. Of course, Sharek's going to be trying to lay down that... Oh my gosh, look at that. That's super aggressive.
That was
not
a
the
pin
ideal
and a
grab.
half. Not an ideal grab at all. I think they thought Lolsish was actually much further up than he actually was.
Mind games, dude.
Unfortunately, Chow using that ultimate leads them to only having 1 tank ult now. Kenzie with that Blizzard coming up fairly soon, 10% away. He's going to have to watch where Angry Titans are going to go. They are going to just go off on the high ground. Bloody looking for the boot, doesn't quite find anything. Sharek, death from above, jumps straight on and shatters 3 people, but instantly answered with the beat. Only God falling fairly low himself as Sharek is still swinging away, trying to get as much damage as he can down. Kenzie using that long-range icicles with no damage fall off to snipe away Only God.
I've got to give Luddy their credit for the evasion. Eng's going to go a little bit deep here, but 5v5 isn't exactly ideal when you're on an assault map. You're going to have to try and... Only God's actually swapped over. He's going to try and come in with an emergency Widowmaker from the back and surprise everyone.
Almost perfect wall there to stop the self-destruct. It was deleted without any damage going through to either side. A beat coming out from Winstrike as Chow can come back in and throw the grab in. There is Only God on the Widowmaker trying to snipe out main but can't find anybody. It's dealt with by Eng, who boops him away. As the rest of Angry Titans cleaned up as Winstrike are going to hold.
Eng has been incredibly adventurous over the course of his last fight. Actually got picked off from going incredibly deep on the walls, trying to make sure that Lolsish was finished off when he was at low health and holding up that shield. And this time he just made a beeline for it and he goes like, oh, so just playing some Widowmaker, are you? Nah.
Absolutely not.
You're going out the window. Absolutely not today. And full-on swap up here from Angry Titans. They've got the Symmetra, they've got the Bastion, they've got the Orisa. So they're going to try and put themselves on high ground here, I imagine, around the left side, and then have potentially Elivoke be the one capping the point. Here it is, up onto the left.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them up. It's okay. Only got... His teleporter is dead, yes, but Chow can't reach him. Herky now firing from above. It will be the Diva, obviously, to get onto the point to make sure they can get a little bit cap percentage. Ana is going to be up there too. It's going to be almost dislodgeable. Only God is going to go down as well as his teleporter, but Kenzie's going to fall as well. With that shield gone now, Erky is forced to actually move. He's actually going to get booped off by Eng, and now Erky actually in the spawn. Can't actually find the Lucio. Can he get him? He's so low. Unfix walks into him with a shield bash, manages to find the kill. Lols is just going to go down as well. 80, they're going to get wiped. It was inventive. We'll see if they want to stick, though, because Erky is near the tank fort.
Eng might have just gone full Reddit when it comes to Lucio. He was all over Erky. Is it possible to wall ride on a Sentry Bastion? Anyway, no, don't pick up the health pack, my dude. You just give an extra ult charge over.
Oh, it's a couple of percent. That's not that much.
Nah, that's
Every
not
percent matters, I know. But still, 45% was acquired, however, Harry. Only God taking a little bit of damage, but they're going to continue with this Sim Bastion strat.
Yeah, they want to use that teleporter. They are basically getting a tick per push at this moment, so Winstrike are going to be very much forced in how they have to try and contest a point and not give over additional percentage on these subsequent attacks. But they've got 2 minutes here for Angry Titans.
Oh, the weakness of Orisa is that he can get jumped on rather easily. A-Fox as well, no mobility. Even a Transcendent choose by main there as they do push themselves forward. I mean, realistically, you're not going to be using it for a grab. Logstish made his way to the point, find 58%, so actually gained about 12. They did have 6.5 minutes though, Harry, and we're down to our final 2.
They are indeed. 1 minute and 44 seconds remain, and Angry Titans are going to be swapping up once again. Lolsish now on for Reinhardt, but Reinhardt's going to be a little bit easier to dislodge. He's going to stay on the Bastion because he's so close to that ultimate. It's going to be 3, 2, 1. They are going to have 2 supports left for going for Brigitte. Only God back to that Zarya, of course, wants to be able to use that Graviton Surge, and potentially they could combine it with the Bastion, but I imagine we'll be swapping Bastion after this push.
Speed boost from Luddy. They still have the Snow Globe. There is the tank. They've got to be careful now. The Graviton Surge up onto the high ground, as well as the Nano being used on Erky. He was actually held up in the air. It kind of helped him kill off Aang. Still nanoed is the Bastion as he does continue to rain bullets down onto the point. They're going to find the second tick as well. No one's touching right now. Only just Chow gets back to the point, but now Erky is in the prime Bastion position. They finally managed to cap the point. So close it was to overtime, but they made the Bastion work.
Who needs a Brigade? You'll just use Bastion instead, because
he's got armor.
The Nano tank was actually very interesting. It instantly killed Eng, because I think the tank does, what, 200 damage when you directly hit? So it will do 300 damage when you directly hit with a Nano boost. And the splash damage is pretty generous as well in terms of the sort of damage you can put out. And Chow there, he tried to have a little bit of a crafty grab, doing it from below, bringing everyone up onto the high ground. But what actually happens is that Erky was suspended above rather than actually having the high ground between himself and Winstrike's team.
He had more field of view at that instance, so it actually helped him. And he received beat as well. It's like, I'm not going to die. And now you have to touch points.
Because he actually has Ironclad while he's in configuration tank. So he's taking 30% less damage. He's also got Nano Boost for 50% less damage. And he's got Sound Barrier for 750 overshield. So, long story short, you're not killing him.
He's not going to die that quickly.
You ain't killing him.
Nope. 54 seconds on the clock for Angry Titans. And 2 points. Not too bad at all. Winstrike are now going to be the offense. No crafty shenanigans this time, Harry. Especially on first point, you don't really want to run the Bastion so easily does he get run over. No Symmetra either. It's just standard 3-3.
Yeah, Angry Titans here with the 3-3 composition on Hanamura first defense are actually in our opening highlight reel for what we played at the beginning of the show for some great offensive play, really aggressive. We see Erky and Loltish in that particular highlight going for a stun shot. I think they get 5 or 6 people. So here, Angry Titans, the name of their game is to really have a good time controlling the pace of this. They don't want Winstrike to be able to dictate when and where things are going to happen.
Oh, no, he's okay.
He's just slept.
Yeah, he did get slept, but he's good.
Windows has gone to sleep.
Oh, boom. Powering down. How long did it take the mech to actually boot up? That's the question.
Depends if it's got an SSD in there.
True. Hopefully it does. In the year whatever Overwatch is actually based in.
They're NVMe SSDs now.
Yeah, I'd hope that, well, mega SSDs. They boot even quicker. Hey, folks, doing a lot of damage on the sides. Got to be more careful than than that, though. As Eng does speed boost towards him. Very low is Shark's shield, but he should be able to repair that, no worries, as they are just wrapping around on the high ground.
Afox going to try and find himself some cover, so if he gets aggressed upon, he can try and place some physical barriers between himself and Winstrike, who for now are just going to be rotating around, trying to make their way onto the point. They're going to have to try and isolate someone for wall. It will be Lolsish.
They're going to be able to move around the bell rather easily, though. Lolsish is going to go down fairly low, but look at... in the corner, actually stopped Shark from receiving any heals as he jumped on top of Kenzie's ice block. They find Kenzie and Shark, but Afox is going to get traded. Still very good for Winstrike if they can get back to the point quick enough, but a little bit of a stagger there on main and actually onto Unfixed. Should halt their push for the time. Angry Titans building up to a couple of ults themselves. In fact, 4 coming online very soon. Only God, the furthest one behind.
Angry Titans here are a little bit, they're very conscious of their positioning when you fight on the point because they know that Eng is going full red at the moment. He's looking for those boops off the edge and he was trying to get them as well. We saw Afox kind of dueling in his own mind regarding positioning. Kentz is going to try and potentially escort his team in here by putting a wall between himself and the enemy, but instead Lolsish is going to be the one isolated.
Nice wall onto Lolsish, but instantly gets bubbled. There will be a shadow that it does go down, but Lolsish falling here and only getting traded out for Meng is very bad news for Angry Titans. They're still moving forward though. Luddy, with all that armor and all that protection from Only God's shield, is going to be able to boop everybody away, but Winstrike just looking to regroup as 6 and go again very quickly.
Yeah, they have a slight time advantage here in terms of before Lolsish can get back. Can they combine that advantage with the grabs on Surge? Only God strikes first.
No Diva, easy grab for Only God. Transcendence into the self-destruct. No one surviving that. Early Vote finds 2 kills. Even Lolsish joining the fight once more. Head first straight into Sharik's own charge. Angry Titans, they're going to hold still, but 1 minute and 40 seconds and Snow Globe's coming up soon. That Blizzard's only 20% away.
I saw a little bit of tech there from Unfixed. Sharik was charging towards Lolsish, and of course as a Reinhardt you counter-charge so that both of you are stunned, no one takes any damage, but Unfixed actually came in from the side, tried to hit a shield bash so that Sharik would get counter-stunned on his own charge, and or rather so that Lolsish would get counter-stunned. There's an early grab onto Only God. They want the 1 kill.
Yeah, they do. He's facing his head away so he can't actually get headshot by the Zenyatta, and he isn't going to go down either. So now no Snow Globe available, Harry. We do have the Blizzard, and Sharik has that Shatter. That Shatter goes straight into a little bit of the shield. Now he actually sends Elivote down to the floor. The Blizzard will come through, but a Transcendence is going to make sure Angry Titans survive it. Chow is going to fall as well as 60 seconds now remain.
You know what won that fight? Elivote there, or rather Luddy there, with the speed boost, actually managed to take Lolsish out of the effective range of Unfixed and the shield bash. Actually amped up the speed so that Lolsish could disengage backwards without dropping his shield, and because of that, Unfixed shield bash was a little bit short in terms of where he wanted to be. Couldn't land that. The shield was there. Sharik got absolutely nobody.
30 seconds now remain for Winstrike to try and take this point, Harry, or Angry Titans will clean sweep them and go towards the semi-finals coming up later this week. Winstrike have 2 support ultimates. They got Rally coming online soon, but no tank ultimates to bear. AT have the grab, and they've got the Shatter. 20 seconds now, Harry.
Winstrike can try and counter it out with 2 support ultimates for already using the Transcendence, but there's the grab. Sucked in is everyone.
On the door. Elivo sends in the bomb and kills Sharik as he was getting charged away by Lolsish. Main tank dead. Urki's going to fall as well, making it a 1-for-1 trade. Only God finally falls as well as Afox couldn't quite get to him towards the Transcendence. He couldn't get to Lolsish either as he's going to go down as Afox was blocked off by the wall. OT is here, but Winstrike have finally made their mark on the point.
Oh, that was definitely down to Kenzie and that wall. He made sure that once Afox committed to healing everyone on the point with a Transcendence, Lolsish was out on his own. And because Afox doesn't have any vertical mobility while using Transcendence or a tool as a Zenyatta, really, he had to make a commute around the point to try and get to Lolsish, and it just wasn't fast enough to deliver the healing when it was needed. When you don't have that shield and you've got the advantage of having your own, that's when you really are going to win out these 3-3 duels rather easily. And Winstrike now, they still have the Snow Globe. They have the opportunity to, well, for want of a better word, snowball this.
They got the 2 ult wonder, potentially. The wall comes out, there's the grab straight on top as well. It's not eaten this time. Lolsish, Elivo, Only God Luddy, they're all frozen up. Even Afox in the corner, almost a complete team wipe as Urki goes down as well. They're on the point, Harry, and looking to make it a better time than Angry Titans. They're spawning in, but 2 ticks have already gone. It could potentially be a 3rd as a beautiful boot from Aang to force everybody back in spawn. They managed to complete round 2, but that was a nail-biter.
Aang is the gatekeeper, man. Wow, when you cannot force the enemy team to have to use that Snow Globe sort of combination with the Graviton Surge and the Blizzard, that's when it really is dangerous to look at that and think, you know what, we're all going to defend together on the high ground. Because I feel like in this case, I really would have liked to have seen Elivote position himself elsewhere, potentially on top of, you know the point how it's got this tapestry, it's got the sword, and then it's got that little building on top of there. I would have loved to have seen Elivote find himself there, so that there was very little way for him to be shut down in terms of being able to eat that Blizzard. He should have been right there, ready to make sure that combo was mitigated. But because he got caught in the Graviton Surge, and because it meant that Kenzie could really approach it how he wanted, Blizzard was guaranteed.
Winstrike now have 3 minutes and 18 seconds in that time bank. Only 1 minute remaining from Angry Titans. Obviously, their 54 seconds did get rounded up.
Oh, 6 bonus seconds.
Oh boy. Every second counts.
It does, it does. That's also seconds. 6 bonus seconds for Winstrike.
Yep. So it makes it
it's all fair here.
It is all fair. Might not be too fair for Angry Titans, though. They're going to be on the offense first. They're going to be running Urki on the Sombra. I can imagine that's just a little bit of scouting. Although, could run out of triple DPS. This is a very good possibility.
Yeah, I'll see if they actually stay in spawn, just like Only God is going to be doing a little bit of coach gun shenanigans. Of course, if he doesn't get a pick here, then it's going to take a while for Winstrike to get back to the point because their spawn is so far back in towards second point. Chow for now is going to be eating a couple of those rockets, but Winstrike, they're just going to be taking cover. Don't want to give that away any free ultimate charge to the Pharah.
Missed the shot on the Dynamite, but it is going to detonate after a little while as well. The Lucio actually going extremely low. Aang is in very, very deep trouble, but he should be okay. There we go.
Everyone knows frogs are weak to fire.
Very true.
Elemental resistances and whatnot.
A lot. I mean, sure.
It's super effective.
I mean, everybody's weak to fire, man.
Well, not Charmander.
No, but if you threw him into the sun, he would be pretty weak to it. That was very close. Also actually booping the Reinhardt off of the edge. Only God is going to go down, but Elivo taken to the skies, taking out Shark. No one can really contest him in the air apart from Kenzie, who's going to fall as well. They may only have had a minute, Harry, but Angry Titans is still going to claim first.
Here they are. Chow's going to be the last one standing. He's going to be standing up trying to get some ult charge, but right now it's all in favor of Angry Titans because they had so much health to chew through on the side of Winstrike. Right now, Only God very close to Bob, and of course Bob can contest the point. If we go into overtime, he could potentially be the saving grace of Angry Titans. Elivote almost has a barrage. A lot of damage can be very quickly applied to one player, likely going to be Main, Aang, or Kenzie. Kenzie's actually going to be moving over now to the Tracer. We're going to see double hit scan, even though it's short range hit scan from the side of Winstrike, because Elivote here is going to be very limited by a short ceiling.
Did destroy their own bank as well. Bob's running straight to that point. He's going to lay down some of that cover fire. Nice hack onto Elivote to stop that ult going off. Bob's already found Unfixed though, but Kenzie has found Elivote. A beat coming through from Winstrike to put the nest of themselves onto that point. And with Angry Titans losing a DPS and potentially a healer as well as Luddy gets taken out, this is very bad news. Not even securing 2 ticks. They do manage to find 1. And now it's all up to Winstrike here just to trade evenly so they have spawn priority. A nice hack onto Kenzie, but he's got the bubble from the Winston to dodge out the damage. Unfixed takes out his like for like in Urki, and Winstrike are going to be able to hold on second, but they do forego a tick.
1 tick was all that was needed there for Angry Titans. This can now no longer be a draw, so it's win or lose. This is either where the reverse sweep can begin for Winstrike, or this series will end, and Angry Titans will move forward to the semi-finals to face off against Morning Stars tomorrow. But first things first, Jaws, Winstrike took their time on their initial attack. They had about maybe half a minute to 20 seconds left in their attack, and Angry Titans likely know that. They will have covered the mistakes that occurred during that last fight, and potentially they'll make sure that if Winstrike do manage to win that out, they ensure that Kenzie and Chow cannot get away with not having to invest their ultimates in a one fight.
One fight wonder. And then they can move on to second. They get that courtesy 30 seconds as well to make sure they can touch the second point, of course. Angry Titans not doing anything different, really. They're just going standard 3-3 with Brig. No Ana, unfortunately. Not proper 3-3, anyway. I mean, I did see, I think Dredro tweeted the other day that it was Lucio Zen Mercy. Yeah, Lucio Zen Mercy might be something to look out for.
Oh, wow.
I'll have to reread that tweet, but it is something it was a bit of a head scratcher, but
a lot of potential for boosted damage right there, of course. Kenzie is going to be on that Ana to begin with, likely throwing out that sleep dart as is per usual, trying to catch out Elivote like he did last time, but this time Elivote's just going to be sitting up on top, doing a bit of scouting. Angry Titans, like you said, 4-3-3, pretty standard. Eng's going to do the scout here, report back to his team, and they're going to decide what the course of action here is. We're going to try to likely isolate Lolsish and then charge into him.
Yeah, Bloody knows what's good as well. He's just hanging up on the side there. Does get booted away himself. Lolsish going very low, receives a particle barrier. He is alive and well for now. Shark not quite so lucky though, as Lolsish does swing through his shield. Lolsish is going to pay the price also though, and it is going to follow him to the grave. Unfixed is going to fall as well. Angry Titan's still a man up here, but they cannot be complacent. They cannot let themselves get walled off. They don't have a main tank, and Winstrike have quicker spawns.
Question is, will Luddy invest in having to go back to try and pick up Lolsish? Maybe it's going to be worth it given the time that Winstrike is taking to regroup here. Already a minute of the time bank for Winstrike has been used. It doesn't look like Luddy is going to be returning with Lolsish, but have they bisected Angry Titans? It doesn't look like they are going to have pressure on the point to begin with, but no wall available for this engagement.
Wall call down used. Lolsish has that shatter very soon. They have to take him out extremely quickly. Both Transcendence is used to try and survive on the point. Beautiful shatter from Winstrike though, sending 3 to the floor. Lolsish is going to go back all the way to spawn. Angry Titans, they have that grab online in 15%, but they can't quite touch the point. It is all Winstrike now, just corralling Angry Titans one by one onto the point to get dissected. AT are going to have to defend second now as Winstrike take control and secure first.
And this is terrifying, Jaws. This is what I talked about. They have the Graviton. They almost have the Blizzard. This is exactly what happened last time. I talked about how Elivo could potentially maybe better position himself to eat the Blizzard. Something needs to come between Angry Titans and these two ultimates, or they're absolutely doomed. Again, they have a sound barrier, but the sound barrier won't be enough to deal with the incoming damage when everyone is frozen and grouped together. That'll also mean Sharek can get himself a quick Earth Shadow by swinging into that Graviton. The eat has to be here. Elivo is looking out. They're disengaging.
The quick turnaround team, they know exactly what the win condition of Winstrike is right now.
Oh, what a headshot!
Kenzie with the flying headshot, Blizzard from above as well. Lolsish, Urki, Elivo are going to go down a beat to make sure they can secure. A Fox is dead, only God's going to find him as well. Perfect win for Winstrike as they continue to fight on in the series.
Deja vu, Jaws. Deja vu. I said for Angry Titans needed to make sure the Graviton and the Blizzard were used in that first point fight, but it didn't happen. They managed to get the pick onto Lolsish. He was jumping in the corner trying to protect himself, but the Freeds eventually came through. Ken's just in there like, hey.
That tracking, man, was insane. He jumped off. You could see Luddy using that amp it up as well to get as much heals as possible. Perfect tracked his hair, just clicked on it, and that was it. All gone. The defense matrix came out too. I thought the Blizzard was going to get eaten.
Too.
Boom, straight on top. The combo, the one ult wonder that Blizzard, well, two ult wonder with the Graviton Surge as well. That's what they've been making their namesake of this entire season, this snow globe, and that's exactly what won them that game. They're still in the series. It is going to be Angry Titans' map pick after this break, though. Stay around, guys. We'll see you in a sec. Hey guys, welcome back. Winstrike still fighting on in the series. It is now Angry Titans' first chance of the series. Oh, sorry, first map was obviously their choice, but this is their second chance of the series to actually choose a map. We'll have to see what they want to go. It will be Winstrike as well, deciding what side they want to start on also. But it was all down to that snow globe popping off right at the very end to secure the win, Harry. Something that Winstrike have been doing consistently throughout the last month of Contenders. If you've only just joined us, they love running the Maygoats.
Yeah, they love Graviton into Blizzard as well. Really served them well on that second point of Hanamura, where it basically won from the point twice in a row. So they can't feel too bad about that, but it does look like we have decided to go to Route 66, Angry Titans' choice, of course. And Winstrike here, they want to get their reverse sweep on the go. And if they do win here, we will be heading over to a control map for our tiebreaker to see who reaches 3 map wins first.
Yep. Like I said, 80 on the defense, Winstrike on the offense. Does mean we actually get to see what Angry Titans do on the run. Not too much of a surprise though. They're just doing the old 3-3. How old is it now since we're doing 3-3? It's got to be a half a year old at this point.
I think we first saw it in like in a beat championship, right? From the team Goats.
Yeah, so it must have been.
I'm thinking before season 2, maybe.
8 months ago now, must be. A long time ago,
yeah.
Harry.
In a galaxy which is definitely our one.
Yeah.
For better or worse.
For better or worse. Despite what people might tell you, Goats is fun to watch sometimes.
Well, Winstrike do look like they may decide to come out on these DPS basic heroes, and like this is very common in Korea and China to play Route 66 with quad or triple DPS. Unfix's going to get himself a load of room here. Eng's going to be at his back. The Pharmacy going for the flank around, but Lolsish, he's got a roof above his head to keep him nice and safe, but he's going to have to move out to contest the point at some point, Jaws.
No one's going to be able to touch Unfix here either. Nice rocket to the back. Kills off Only God. Hey, Fox, what are you are literally in Winstrike spawn. I'm not entirely sure what you're doing. Elevone Mex gets destroyed as well as 8 Fox going down to Kenzie. Very quick and easy win for Winstrike. As Ghost doesn't do too well against range, Harry, as we all know. And Unfix has earned himself a barrage for the next fight. Kenzie only 40% towards the bot, but it does look like they may just want to switch up. It looks like they're going to go standard 3-3, I can imagine.
I know Winstrike wants to have really good target calling, because when Unfixed killed someone there, he had 4 assists next to him. We had Sharek with the Holt, we have the Discord Orb, the damage boost, and the hack coming through from the Sombra. So Winstrike, you can see how they really do excel when it comes to their shot calling, when it comes to their communication. Having been together so long, it's such a boon for them. They always know where to be focusing their fire.
Wow, heads up play here. You can see Winstrike actually changed from that comp to the 3-3. Angry Titans were hovering over the McCree, thinking that they need to take out the Farah in the air, but Only God staying near spawn with Luddy was able to change over rather quickly when they saw Winstrike running 3-3 of their own.
There's a premium here, at least for Luddy, when it comes to the sound barrier, since English just swapped away from a Mercy. Only God's going to be getting some free hits onto that Diva, building up towards the Graviton Surge. It's going to take a while, though.
Nice boop actually onto Only God, just forcing him amongst the team of Winstrike, just to make sure they can maybe focus fire him a little bit down. Urki and Unfix going rather deep and actually get taken down. Transcendence and a beat layered on top of each other. Not exactly what you want to do. Main's going to send out his own as well, but it's going to have a premium on that as well, Harry, as his is going to run out a little bit later than Angry Titans did, and the Elevone's mech gets destroyed. Only God's still raining a death from above, though, as Main ends up going down just to a Plasma Mortar, and he's actually earned himself a grab. Problem is, Zhao fired his out first and actually managed to kill 3 people, but Only God stepping off the cart as he threw the grab on top, and they do forego the point.
Oh, that is absolutely heartbreaking there. Only God not only invested for Graviton Surge, and they did manage to win out that fight, but they just didn't touch the cart because he grabbed everyone else to the cart. And Angry Titans are going to
have the point for free.
They have a lot of ways to kick themselves right now. They layered their support ultimates, so basically wasted Graviton by C9ing right there. And, well, Angry Titans got to take a mental reset, because I would tilt after that fight.
This is my gift to you, Angry Titans.
Oh, that's a gift as well.
A gift as well.
Wrapped up in a neat little bow.
Thank you very much. Elevone finds 2 kills, the self-destruct, and Aim finishes off Aang. Okay, now Winstrike. Change it up, of course. They got the May. Haven't got the Blizzard just yet, however, Harry. Only 50%, but Sharek does have the premium. I've said premium 3 times already. It's a premium, though. He's got Shadow. and Lossis doesn't.
Well, these are premium teams right here, Jaws, EU quarterfinalists. Only God is trying to farm up some additional ultimate charge here, but he has to be careful to not get punished with the May Wall if he is found to be too aggressive. That's a very aggressive charge, though.
Deep dive straight into the Shadow. That wall is actually going to stop Sharek taking any damage, although 3 people were already on the floor. Doesn't matter, though, at all, as Winstrike do get swept under the rug as Angry Titans find a team kill.
I'm surprised that Lolsish was allowed to survive for so long, very charged right into the back, delivered a lot of burst damage, but at that point should be walled off and should be quickly rounded upon by Winstrike.
They were also shattered, by the way, but it was only God's shield that actually saved him in the end there. As soon as he hit that wall, instant shield was applied and there was no real burst damage follow-up there.
Absolutely was. There are going to be 3 spot ultimates on the field right now. We're going to have to hope they aren't layered this time because that's not the most effective usage of those ultimates. Right now, Only God desperately trying to build up towards that Graviton Surge, but already Main using the Transcendence to keep everyone topped up.
Another beautiful wall. There's the grab. There's the Blizzard. This time a little bit more defensively, although the Blizzard did come out first. Means Angry Titans cannot jump on that and do a little bit of extra damage. Lossis gets walled off yet again, but does have the Shadow. Nice smash, and again trying to press S, but runs straight into a wall. Double B comes through, but Sharek's already going to go down. Lossis is going to join him, but Only God falling here also will mean AT are forced to run to the hill, run all the way back to spawn, but they're going to be able to get another fight as that cart was moving back the whole time, Harry, when they did wipe a couple of minutes ago.
Chow's got Graviton ready to go, but Kenzie is still 43% shy of that Blizzard. The question is, will they decide to go for the Snow Globe? But at the moment, it does look like Kenzie is once again swapping up his tactics, favoring the defensive Blizzard when his own team get grabbed to stop those melee heroes from coming in. Entry denied, but the commute from the side.
Nice Graviton Surge, though, stopping people getting in, but Luddy actually skirted around the other way. Same with Only God to actually touch to make sure they couldn't deliver. All for nothing, though, as they do end up getting wiped. And that'll be Winstrike. Cap in second with a lot of time still left in the bank after that team kill. They've got 3 minutes to work with.
So I'm really interested in how Kenzie's going to use this next Blizzard because still got a little bit to go before he gets that Graviton Surge up. And Kenzie and Chow, we know they do the Snowball, but also they do have the defensive capabilities. And right now it looks like they may be trying to catch out any shenanigans from Angry Titans. Not going to be the case this time, though. There's going to be some information fed back. That's a headshot. Luddy. Oh, not again.
No, Kenzie's been playing on his Smurf. That is for sure. Nice Shadow on 3 people. Luddy and Losh is going to go down. Only God's going to follow. Still, with 2.5 minutes in their time bank, Winstrike continue to march forward. His payload really hasn't stopped. Only one time towards the second point gates, but apart from that, it's been all Winstrike's game so far.
Oh, Only God, don't go past that door. Oh, well, they're going to take a while. They're going to have to come out the other side here to try and contest the cut. It's getting awfully close to that final place, Jaw. Still 2 minutes on the clock, and Kenzie still is ready to go with this Blizzard.
Nice Shadow.
Oh
4 people. Self-destruct launched
Whoa!
in.
Elevote!
With the 4K. Winstrike using that rally. Armor gets deleted. Finds the team kill. Angry Titans still are going to be able to hold. That cart is going to draw back, Harry, yes, but Winstrike got that grab coming up, and Kenzie's got that tick next to his name.
El Clasico, we saw it on Hollywood as well. The combination of the shield bash into the shatter, into the Graviton Surge. You can put up your walls, you can put up your shields, but very few things are going to save you, especially if you're walled off like this.
Lolsish putting up his dukes, but couldn't get past the wall. The Transcendence from Main to help everybody stay topped up. Only God is going to go down, and Urki just running back to spawn. Sharek's got the Shatter. They have the grab. They have the Blizzard. They also have a sound barrier coming up soon as well. And now it is all a stalling game for AT. They grab on top of the point, lay down the Blizzard. Lolsish, A-Fox are going to go down, and now it's only God feeding himself to the cart. Winstrike are going to be able to cap with over a minute left in the time bank.
I don't know if A-Fox was under huge pressure there. I would have liked to have seen the Trance held on to for maybe a couple more seconds until there are a couple more people out there. But of course, they were going to be faced with the Graviton and the Blizzard again. The Snowball eventually claims its due, and so will Winstrike claim 3 points with exactly a minute remaining.
Feels pretty good. I thought it was over a minute, but no, apparently not. Angry Titans now on the offense, Harry. Winstrike on the defense. I can imagine they're going to run the May again, although May, especially on this map, there's so many avenues to actually attack. It's a bit of an issue for the May as soon as she does use that wall. It's nothing like Hanamura. It's nothing like, well, Horizon in a sense, I guess, if you're on the last point. There's no real big choke points you can really funnel Angry Titans into.
Yeah, especially on this first point where basically, like, it's a very wide road. In essence, it is a choke point, but it's too wide to really use Mei that effectively on. Of course, you can always make it. You can always try to make it work, but we know that Winstrike have very wide hero pools. Like, Unfixed especially has an incredibly wide hero pool. Kenzie is forgetting how to climb.
No, I've got a feeling he's
just enjoying a little bit of time. Let me play Genji, guys. Let it happen.
He got his couple of seconds. Does it look like actually they're going to run out a quad DPS? Solo heal Aang. Okay, this is something we actually see from Korea quite a lot. Very prolific DPS players from Korea. A lot of them get shipped to Overwatch League, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Angry Titans, we're more of an export of tanks.
Yeah, we export tanks, we export supports as well. Not so many DPS. We've had Danye go over, of course.
Danye is a beast. Same with Shax as well. Did go over. Very, very early on, in fact.
Was an early export, but we'll have to see if Angry Titans can have an early good attack here. Elivate already taking quite a bit of damage. Kenzie there is going to be laying out potential headshots. It's very easy to headshot those divas and build up towards the infrasites. And the infrasites are great, especially when you have this many DPS, because you could be laying down such intelligent damage knowing where everyone is.
Only got on the McCree, so they want to just be able to put as much pressure as they can onto Unfixed. Remember, quad DPS, so much damage, yes, but if they do get dove on, it's super easy to focus that one target. Not much healing at all. They've only got Aang, who does periodic healing, no burst healing like the Arna grenade or an armor pack coming out from a brig. Beautiful use of the Holt there from Shark, actually pulling AFOX away from the train, just headshotting him with the left.
Well, headshotting him multiple times with a left click. That fusion driver really does lay out the bullets. And Angry Titans right now, they seem wanting for an answer. Ellie swaps over to the Zarya, then over to the Diva. And I'm really surprised we haven't seen Elivo, or rather Onigod, just pop out on the Widow, see if he can get a quick smack onto either Aang or Unfixed.
Nice tracking, a nice hack as well from
Onigod with a double.
Onigod found two though. Both Sombras finding a lot of work, doing a lot of work. In fact, Losis dives onto Shag, very immobile, and no health or healing available as Aang goes down as well. It's all Unfixed now on the car. At least kill Luddy, please. Nope, He's going to deny you. Unfortunately, Angry Titans are going to be able to push this cart around the corner. Winstrike now changing up their comp. Sticking with the Sombra though, they got 85% on the EMP. Lolsish
potentially doing the same thing, straight over to the Reinhardt, wants to have that consistent shielding available, but Chow's going to be a thorn in his side. He can hack him consistently. Angry Titans are going to have the full swap up, but not classic Goat's Jaws. They're going for the Anna from AFOX. Want that long range burst healing to be available. Keep Lolsish sustained, because of course he is going to be under huge pressure when his shield cannot be used if Chow gets a hack on him.
Bit of 3-2-1 for Winstrike as they got the EMP available. Luddy, don't jump into the Sombra, you're going to get hacked. No healing coming through now. That will be a big EMP on 5 members of Winstrike. Luddy finds 2 kills. Eng finds 1 in return though. Winstrike now forced all the way around the side. OnlyGod is going to find a little bit more ult charge as well on the Zarya. Only just switched, mind you, already up to 35%. Not too bad, not too bad. Winstrike are going to get clean swept though, regardless of that EMP going off. Angry Titans is 3-3, just too strong for them.
Yeah, Luddy Rev really opening it up. We talked about how aggressive he was being, basically straight into the waiting hands of Sombra, but it may disable your healing aura, but it does not disable the Sound Blaster. So now Angry Titans have a 4-minute time bank to try and get through second. That's pretty healthy. They also have a Sound Barrier to try and do it with. Kenzie and Shao going to both be swapping up, resetting their ultimate charge. They're now over onto the classic Winstripe comp. No matter what you want to call it, we call it Winter Goats, Snoats, whatever. It's got a Mei in it. It's got the usual 2 tanks and 3 supports to try and back it up.
Whatever floats your goats. Angry Titans now are going to find the first point. 3 minutes and 30 seconds now on the board. Shark's almost got himself a shatter, but a beat being laid down by Angry Titans. AFOX doing that nano boost as well. Long range healing, yes, but he is very immobile. Doesn't really need to worry though, as OnlyGod and Aerki are going to find a couple of kills. Make that 4, almost 5 there. Eng and Chow just making their way swiftly away. But Angry Titans forcing Winstrike back and building themselves up a considerable ult bank. Only 10% away from having to grab. They've got 5 online almost.
Some great usage of momentum there. Only the soundbar needing to be employed. And I imagine AFOX here might actually save the Nano to try and save Lolsish if he gets walled off and is put under huge pressure. Because of course, it does give a lot of damage reduction and a 300 HP instant heal now.
Remember, Angry Titans still on match point from going semi-finals, facing off against Morning Stars potentially tomorrow. Winstrike, they have one tank ult available. They've got one support ult available. Tank ult used. The bash came through on Lowsish, but it was a little bit and a fraction too late. A Graviton Surge as well as that Nano being used on Lowsish, but in return, there is a trance. Not needed though, as Elivote sends in the mech, finds another 3 kills with a self-destruct.
Elivote trying to beat his self-destruct kill record in the stats page. I wonder if it'll come up as a card after the map. We'll have to ask them potentially. The Angry Titans, they're going to have a real healthy time back moving through last. Elivote's actually moving over to the Wrecking Ball, but of course he did just use that self-destruct, so he's just going to go back to the more close spawn. He would have spawned a little bit further away. We'll just be saving time, making that commute a little bit shorter, getting back on the D.Va.
This is Winstrike's wheelhouse right here. They have the Mei, who's actually on the floor. I take that back, walls the entire team off as the beat goes off as well. Aang managed to kill Aafox somehow, I think, in the back line. Maybe just some stray shots landing on the Ana, but she is going to fall. This is where Winstrike are going to excel in these tight corridors. Kenzie sending Icicle after Icicle down the straight, manages to kill off Lowsish and earns himself a Blizzard for the next fight.
Potentially a slight breakdown in communication there from Winstrike. Investing the sound barrier after a wall pretty effectively saved everyone from the follow-up onto that Earth Shadow, which means Aang will no longer have that available when Onigod is ready to bring out the Graviton Surge. But that infamous combo is almost ready to go. Chow is 7% shy of having a Graviton. Question is, will we finally see a Blizzard eaten when it comes to trying to set this combo up?
Graviton Surge onto the point, apparently not now. Blizzard not being used just yet. Doesn't look like they actually need to. Luddy was actually killed mid-ult there as well. They force that sound barrier to come out and kill him before it was actually used. Angry Titans forced back to their spawn, and only one ult was invested by Winstrike there, and they force AT to misuse the sound barrier.
And because they didn't need to use a Blizzard, they can now use that to defend themselves when they're in the Graviton. You know exactly what... Oh my lord!
What a shatter, but everybody was bubbled up, Harry. He managed to only get one and a Transcendence from main to try and save him. Lowsish and Aafox are going to go down. Winstrike managed to savor that moment. Angry Titans still sitting on that Grav and that Rally, haven't used it just yet. And the Blizzard from Winstrike, they've only used one ult again. Winstrike's ultimate economy right now, just sublime.
And Chow is building up towards this Graviton so quickly. There's only 1 minute and 50 seconds left for Angry Titans, 48 until they are equal time bank with Winstrike, who've already completed. And now it looks like they may have to try and deal with this combination again. And Luddy's only 35% of the way towards the sound barrier. It's going to be all on Aafox. He's got to hit these shots. Chow's just sitting up here, feeling nice and lazy, while Kenzie goes for the freeze.
Urki still has not used the Rally. Micro Missiles will off Kenzie, but he still laid down the snowball. Sharek's going to find 2 kills. 1 minute and 20 seconds remain. It'll be only a minute left, really, until Angry Titans can regroup and go again. Shao has built himself up to another grab. We've seen Onigod sit on this grab for 2.5 minutes, Harry.
Indeed he has. Elivote cannot afford to reset naturally. However, he has to go off the edge because he almost has that self-destruct. There you can see it is ready. This is the combination that Angry Titans have been using. It's either the Earth Shatter and the self-destruct, or the Graviton and the self-destruct. But Chow still has his own ready. He hasn't felt pressure to use it. And it can mean, potentially, if he can catch Elivote with this before he uses his self-destruct, that self-destruct cannot be used because the boosters will be disabled.
They're looking for the bash. They're looking for the shadow. The Graviton comes in from AT. There's the self-destruct. They're going to remove the shield and remove the lives of 3 members of Winstrike. They are still in this game. Kenzie buying more time on the point, but eventually killed for a team kill.
It's a team kill, Jaws, but the time bank is not going to be celebrating. 26 seconds remain for Angry Titans. They can secure their semi-final playoff spot in the next map. They need to win out here on Route 66 if they want to secure that spot. If not, Winstrike will take them to control. They have to win the next fight. One person will go down to the shatter. It's Chow.
Nice shatter, but instant transcendence. A grab gets launched in. Only finds 2. Aafox drags himself in there as he's got the transcendence upon him. 2 beats laid down as well by Angry Titans and Winstrike. Kenzie is only 10% away from another Blizzard. This could be it, Harry. There's 1 shatter laid down, 2, and the Blizzard on top. Onigod's going to go down, and Kenzie just can't do all much of anything as there's too many members already dead. He wants his name in the kill feed, but he can't quite make it. Winstrike is still in this game, still in the series as Urki's going to fall. Lowsish and Aafox buying more time. Too little, too late as AT fall, and Winstrike continue their rampage.
They are still in this game. They are still on track for reverse sweep, and For one more map, Jaws, both of these teams will still be in Overwatch Contenders Europe Season 3, but after our next control map, one of them will be going home and one of them will find the glory and the fear of facing up against Morning Stars in the semi-final tomorrow.
And it's Angry Titans map choice as well, and you remember how control went for them all the way back on Busan. It was a clean, well, almost clean 2-0 for them on a map as well like Mecha Base, which is so favoured for the Maygoats.
Indeed it is, but it does feel like Winstrike have sort of managed to feel out what's happening with Angry Titans at the moment.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what map they do want to go to. One more map away to see who is our last semi-finalist. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in a bit. Eric, hey guys, welcome back. Almost lost my voice a little bit there.
Hi.
Hi.
It's us.
Jaws
and Legday.
3 out of 4 games over this quarterfinals have been best of 5s, and we are here right now with Winstrike versus Angry Titans. Winstrike looking for the reverse sweep. It is AT's map choice, however, we'll see if that does play into it. We will be going to Ilios. Not the best map you can play May on, but Busan kind of proved that AT may have sniffed this May out.
And British Hurricane proved that Doomfist on Ilios is really a thing, especially on Lighthouse. It looks like we will be opening up on Well, given a little windmill there. And we saw some great Orisa play here, especially from Milky Man, dragging 2 people down the well, which secured Gigante's semi-final spot and dunked the hopes of British Hurricane.
Helios is such an interesting map because there are a variety of compositions you can run, especially on this specific one. Well, you can run the Hog, Orisa, you can run a little bit more dive-centric, even a little bit of Pharah too, because that windmill provides so much cover.
Yeah, and you don't really want to play for Reinhardt as much because he's very vulnerable to having to make that commute around for Well, which is incredibly dangerous for him, especially against an Orisa. If you can manage to get that Holt behind his shield, you've got to rely on your D.Va to be eating those, but if your D.Va's having to look elsewhere because of DPS picks, it can be very difficult. Doesn't look like neither of our teams will be going for Reinhardt right now. I'm really interested to see if Lolsish decides to stay on this Wrecking Ball, because of course, Wrecking Ball's grappling hook does allow him to be delivering very, very common knockbacks, and maybe that means people going into the well.
Hammond Wrecking Ball is what I normally call out.
Quad DPS for Angry Titans there.
Feels good. Bloody solo heal though. Might be a little bit of an issue. Only God rather self-sufficient, however. Do have double tanks on the side of Winstrike. A little bit of 2-2-2 action, but 2 static heals though coming through. Main and Aang obviously on the Lucio and the Zenyatta. No real bursting there either. A-Fox going to be the first casualty of war. Vampix finds his head with an arrow.
Yeah, and the other healing that's available for Angry Titans here will, of course, be the hacked health packs. Kenzie!
Oh my goodness!
Oh no! Bloody couldn't, of course, Guardian Angel 21 there.
No, he just sunk to his
He needed
death.
to die anyway, so he didn't use that, I don't know what the slow descent is called. Angelic descent, that's what it's called. Didn't use that, wanted to die more quickly. And now Angry Titans have decided, you know what, quad DPS was fun, but we're done with that. Going over to the 3-3 with the Winston. They want to be able to pressure out Kenzie. Going to have to make sure they can try and get him while he's reloading or after he uses the coach gun for some ability.
Got to count those shots. Only has 12 shots in. It's not really a magazine. It's just
how many shots did I fire? 11 or 12?
I'm not entirely sure. Oh, nice boop actually. Stopping Lolsish getting that bounce damage. They're going to escort themselves rather quickly. But Winstrike are going to do the same thing. Using that speed boost and Shark putting down a new shield. Kenzie, all he wants is that Bob, man. Use that coach gun to get the high ground and escape the damage coming through from Angry Titans. However, Main and Aang can't do the same thing. Both healers now dead for Winstrike. Those dragons did pick up one, but with Shark going down as well, should be quick and clean cleanup for Angry Titans. 50% was acquired though by Winstrike.
You can see why Angry Titans decided to go for this dive-centric tank core, because Winstrike, or rather Winstrike have these double snipers in Kenzie and Unfix, and it does mean that they tend to run away when you get rather close to them, which is when you get in onto Sharek's shield, and it means Sharek often finds himself just alone behind the shield and quickly disassembled, especially if his backline is taken out. You really need something like a McCree that can stand behind the shield and be more of a defensive bastion for your Orisa.
Kenzie is 15% away from Bob, and we have Sharek coming online too with that bongo. If that goes down with Bob, that's so much additional damage on the side of Winstrike that Angry Titans might not be able to deal with. Unfix going down though is bad news, as the Transcendence is going to get forced out from Winstrike here in order to survive them. Nice boop actually onto A-Fox, doesn't quite find the pit, but Bob is here. However, not entirely sure where he is. Oh, there he is, actually right next to Ash. Yeah, Lolsish, you can't actually walk through him, unfortunately, but Kenzie is going to go down. Lolsish is going to have to deal with that bongo, though, rather quickly, as they are continuing to contest the point, but Angry Titans are going to be able to find the kill.
I would like to have seen a little bit more focus onto that supercharger there, because even though it wasn't a one fight for Winstrike, it did mean that Chao and Aang were building up their ultimates 50% quicker through the use of their primary fire because of the additional damage gained. Unfix now going to move over on to this Pharah. Main's going to be joining him in the air. Usually that's Aang's job, but of course doesn't want to give up the sound barrier which is available. It's going to be very hard for Angry Titans to get any consistent damage here onto Unfix. It's got to be a combination of A-Fox's Discord orb, and he's already down, and then Elivo dive.
That's a good opening. The grab gets thrown out as well, but Unfix doing a good job of just skirting around the air, making sure he can't get taken out easily. Lolsish finding his backhand towards Aang's face, as Only God manages to kill one as well. Another beautiful boot kill actually onto Sharek. 90% for Angry Titans as well. Winstrike, they're going to have to get back to the point ASAP. This could be the first map going over to Angry Titans. Might just look like it. Lucio's coming back in to try and get the final touch. He almost jumps into the pit. And Evo's going to finish off the kill. And now it is the slow trickling of members from Winstrike to get back onto the point. Bait goes down for 80 as the Doomfist coming out for Kenzie, but he gets forced away and killed off eventually. Sharek is going to suffer the same fate as Angry Titans are going to be able to secure well.
I love the communication there during Lolsish's Primal Rage.
No, it's not, Harry. Don't worry.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. There's going to be one more Diva to get taken out with. Unfixed has gotten himself a rocket barrage, but couldn't quite touch the point. Now it's all over, but Angry Titans are one map away in securing their semi-final position against Morning Stars.
They're thirsty for it. They want it. They've made it this far consistently. They will not be stopped here. But let's talk about the communication during LOLSish with this Primal Rage. You can tell he and Elivo have been playing together as a duo for 14 years. The second that he managed to try and knock Chow off, and Chow came back, he was like, listen, Elivo, he doesn't have boosters. And Elivo's just, wee, I'm going over there. He manages to knock Chow off, get that double kill, get a load of ultimate charge for the self-destruct, managing to get those environmental kills. And there, it really was not in Winstrike's favor. When you look at the environmental kills, Angry Titans just played the map geometry better. We're heading over to Ruins. This is usually the stomping ground of the Widowmakers, but it can also be a pretty clean 3-3 map where you're not worrying so much about the environment, you're just crashing into each other around the point.
Kenzie, oh, nice couple of headshots actually onto Kenzie via A-Fox. He's on the May, of course. Wouldn't be Winstrike without seeing a May at least on one of these maps. Now Angry Titans are backing off just a little bit here, or I say that as they do just rush towards this mega health pack. Very important actually to control. That's a lot of additional healing, and A-Fox more than safe actually. Is going to be no fear of any Diva because of Kenzie running this May. Only has to fear the icicles, hitting a couple more headshots. Might land himself for the first ultimate of the game. 75%, going on 80 now of actually earning himself a Transcendence. Angry Titans are going to be able to secure the point as well, but Winstrike unrelenting as they try and find the pick off on the wall, but it's just not possible.
Some great disengages here from Angry Titans. They know Winstrike's tempo. They're counting that cooldown, and they have control as well. Kenzie laying out quite a bit.
Oh, that was a panic. The Shatter comes in, and that just seals the deal for Angry Titans to win that team fight. You saw him get headshot by the Icicle, hit the Q key instantly, thought his team were in trouble, but oh no. LOLSish had the Q key, and he had the kills.
Oh, it's a full commute here for the team onto the high ground. They want to be able to get the drop onto Winstrike. Of course, Chow here, known for these unconventional gravitons. He can combine it here with Kenzie's Blizzard, but if he grabs upwards, Kenzie has to try and arc Snowball.
And we said 6 ultimates online at the same time.
No,
and Graviton Surge
not
gets
it.
thrown around the corner, and Angry Titans just walk away from it completely. But Luddy going down here with the beat means Angry Titans don't have a support ultimate apart from that rally. The self-destruct right on top of the wall is distracted completely as Unfixed is able to shield off the rest of the damage. Sharek going fairly low, same with LOLSish. LOLSish is going to be the first casualty for AT as Luddy does march his way back in with the beat. Urki finding 2 kills is now going to have to just skirt around this Blizzard that gets thrown out by Kenzie. Only God doing a good job of just that is going to have to now deal with the support line of Winstrike. Kenzie ends up falling, and Angry Titans are going to forego the point. Winstrike now building up time.
Oh, this cannot be allowed. Only God's just gone mad. He's got 3 picks over the course of this fight. It looked so good for Winstrike. He managed to get the cap early, despite the investments from Angry Titans. And now Chow and Only God, they both used Graviton Surge in that fight, and they both almost have him again.
I don't know how Main and A-Fox have the Transcendence though, Harry, to just negate so much of that damage. 70% now on the board.
Has to be slammed potentially from LOLSish. He's very close to it, but Only God's going to hit that Graviton first, I imagine. What are they going to combine with it? Likely just swinging in. Already Kenzie's down. No ice block to be seen. Another Transcendence from both sides.
Kenzie's dead, and Shatter was isolated completely.
So big.
That was a big shatter. LOLSish finding 3. Eng's going to fall, and now 90% on the board. Winstrike's hopes and dreams scattered to the 4 wins.
Well, Sharek moving over to the Wrecking Ball. It's the last chance. They do have the rally ready to go. Chow is on the Doomfist as well. It's all hands on deck, but none of them are going to be alive, Jaws.
They made it back to the point, but Elifo's self-destruct just eradicates Aang. Kenzie's back in the ice block. Chow's already dead, and now the trickling of Winstrike members is all but flourished. Angry Titans are going to secure Ilios and a spot in the semi-finals.
Angry Titans, after losing 2 maps there, feeling absolutely furious. They are incensed, they are ruthless, and they will be going to face off against Morning Stars. And, well, Winstrike, they're going to be getting in that rocket, they're going to be jetting off home.
Unfortunately, Winstrike, their journey ends here. However, Angry Titans, like you just mentioned, are going to make it through against Morning Stars, and a team that turns around things so quickly. We saw it earlier on in the month against Shoes Money Crew, finding the last map and really feeling like AT again. They did it just right here, right now, at the last minute. It was so close. to a reverse sweep, but they still managed to hammer it home.
Yeah, they did. They went up against the May and they managed to outplay it consistently. Even if they couldn't really deal with the Blizzards that well, they managed to find other ways to try and work around, including on that last map of Ruins, the disengages were crisp, they were clean, they weren't losing any members to those walls.
Kenzie's May, unfortunately, might have to be shelved after this one, but AT, what a legacy of this team as well. Both squads, in fact, have been together for so long, and you can tell exactly why. They work so well together. Morning Stars have also been a team that has really been so good throughout the entire season, but it's really just the history of these players leading up to this point. Almost 3 seasons of them in together. It's just so incredible. This could be the season AT take it. We're going to jump over to the desk, guys, and we're going to break down the rest of the series a little bit more.